Imagine a city, a civilization that turned a barren desert into the wealthiest, most influential empire the world had ever seen. That city was Babylon. Its people didn't have magic or oil. They had something far more valuable: timeless financial wisdom. So hello friends, welcome to the Channel Growth Library, where we distill the world's most powerful ideas into actionable insights. This book, The Richest Man in Babylon, reveals these secrets that turned ancient farmers into millionaires and can do the same for you today. Chapter 1, The Man Who Desired Gold. Story. The characters. We meet Bansir, the chariot builder, and Kabi, the musician. Both are skilled, hard-working men, yet their purses are always empty. They realize that despite their constant toil, they possess no more wealth than they did 20 years ago. Their hard work only seems to benefit others. They decide to seek out their old friend, Arkad, who has become the richest man in Babylon. They ask Arkad, "How did you, our peer, come to possess the secret of wealth while we possess only dust?" Lesson. Wealth is not merely luck, it is a science with specific, learnable laws. Arkad didn't inherit wealth. He learned these laws from a moneylender named Algamish. To change your financial outcome, you must first change your financial knowledge. Stop just working hard and start learning the principles of keeping and multiplying money. Chapter 2, The Richest Man in Babylon. Story. Arkad's story. Arkad recounts his impoverished youth and his pivotal moment. As a young scribe, he was asked to work for a wealthy man, Algamish. Algamish offered him a deal: finish this inscription, and he would reveal the secret of wealth. When Arkad finished, Algamish gave him the first and most fundamental law of all wealth: a part of all you earn is yours to keep. The application. Algamish explained that every time you get paid, you must first pay yourself. Arkad tried it, saving 1/10 of all his earnings. Lesson. The first law of gold, the golden rule: start thy purse to thicken. No matter how small your income, commit to saving a fixed percentage. Clason recommends 10% of your income. Think of your savings not as money you can't spend, but as the seed that will produce your financial future. Immediately commit to saving or investing at least 10% of every paycheck, deposit, or earning you receive. Do this before paying any bills. Chapter 3, 7 Cures for a Lean Purse. After Arkad taught his first law, many people came to him for guidance. He synthesized his wisdom into 7 powerful rules, the 7 cures for a lean purse. Cure 1. Start thy purse to thicken. Review. Save at least 1/10 of your income. Cure 2. Control thy expenditures. Budgeting. Confuse not your necessary expenses with your desires. Most people spend money trying to satisfy desires they believe are needs. Arkad's insight. You can never satisfy all your desires, but you must provide for your needs. Write down your necessary expenses and separate them from your wants. Do not touch your 10% savings. Create a budget. Clason calls it a scroll of expenditures, to distinguish between essential expenses, shelter, food, and non-essential wants, expensive dinners, new gadgets. Only fund the necessary expenses with the remaining 90%. Cure 3. Make of thy gold multiply. Investing. Your savings are just the beginning. They must be put to work. Money is useless sitting idle. Story. Think of your saved money as your slaves. Your slaves must work and produce children, profit or interest, and those children must produce children, compound interest. Invest your savings. Look for opportunities where your money can safely earn a return and multiply itself. Cure 4. Guard thy treasures from loss. Risk management. The first principle of investment is security. Never risk your principal. Arkad's advice. Be wary of get-rich-quick schemes. Before you invest, consult with men who are experienced in that field. The penalty for risk is permanent loss. Before investing, seek counsel from those who have proven success in protecting and growing money: financial advisors, experienced investors. Choose safety and modest returns over high-risk, quick profits. Cure 5. Make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. Home ownership. Own your own home. Rent is an expenditure that yields nothing in return. Owning a home is an asset and a source of pride. Story. The man who owns his own home has a secured future and a better chance to enjoy life. Work towards owning your residence. The rent money you save can then be put into investments. Cure 6. Ensure an income for your future. Long-term planning. Plan for your old age and your family's future. Gold alone is not enough. You need a system that ensures income after your earning days are over. The tools. This can be done through long-term investments, purchasing property that generates rental income, or saving up a large principal sum. Start a retirement fund now, pension, 401k, etc. Put small sums aside regularly that will grow reliably over decades to fund your post-work life. Cure 7. Increase your ability to earn. Personal development. You must become more valuable to earn more. To attract more gold, you must become a magnet for it. The focus. This involves continuously improving your skills, learning more about your trade, and striving for excellence. Invest time and money in your education and skills. Read books, take courses, and practice daily. The more indispensable you become, the greater your earning power will become. Chapter 4. The Goddess of Good Fortune. Story. The question, is there luck or a goddess of good fortune that favors some? Arcad argues that luck favors the prepared and the active. The law of attraction. Good luck is attracted to the man who acts on opportunity. If you wait for the perfect, no-risk moment, you will miss every opportunity. The story of the missed investment. Arcad tells of a man who missed a brilliant investment because he was too slow to act. By the time he decided, the opportunity was gone. Lesson. Action is the key to good fortune. The goddess of good luck only smiles on those who are ready to seize the moment. Have your 10% savings ready to go. When a sound, well-researched investment opportunity arises, act swiftly. Hesitation is the thief of opportunity. Chapter 5. The 5 Laws of Gold. Algamish returns to explain the 5 laws that govern the behavior of gold itself. These laws reveal how gold stays with you and why it leaves others. Law 1. Gold cometh gladly and in increasing quantity to any man who will put by not less than 1/10 of his earnings to create an estate for his future and that of his family. Summary. Pay yourself first, 10%. Law 2. Gold labored diligently and contentedly for the wise owner, who findeth for it profitable employment, multiplying as many as the flocks of the field. Summary. Invest your savings wisely. Your money should work for you. Compound interest. Law 3. Gold clingeth to the protection of the cautious owner, who invests it under the advice of men wise in its handling. Summary. Seek wise counsel and prioritize security and safety over high risk. Law 4. Gold slippeth away from the man who invests it in purposes where he is not familiar or which are not approved by those who know its keeping. Summary. Never invest in things you don't understand or based on a hot tip. This is the anti-get-rich-quick law. Law 5. Gold fleeth the man who would force it to impossible earnings, or who followeth the alluring advice of tricksters and schemers, or who trusts it to his own inexperience. Summary. Avoid unrealistic returns. If a deal sounds too good to be true, for example promising 50% overnight, it is a high risk and a path to loss. The 5 laws of gold are not about getting gold, but about keeping and growing it. Gold is attracted to discipline, wisdom, and patience, and repelled by greed, ignorance, and haste. Chapter 6. The Gold Lender of Babylon. Story. The character, Mathon, the gold lender, banker, explains the principles of lending money to others, the great risk. Mathon emphasizes that lending money is easy, but getting it back with interest is the challenge. The principle of collateral. Money should only be lent when the borrower can provide collateral or security, or when the loan is for a purpose that will ensure repayment. Lesson. Do not confuse family and friendship with financial wisdom. Never lend your principal to friends or family without securing it or verifying their ability to repay. Your first job is to protect your treasure. Practical takeaway. If you have debt, decide if you are willing to give the money as a gift. If not, refuse the loan or secure it with collateral. Never compromise your future for another short-term need. Chapter 8. The Walls of Babylon. Story. The metaphor. The chapter uses the literal walls of Babylon as a metaphor for protection and insurance. The walls protected the physical wealth of the city from external enemies. The human walls. Just as a city needs walls, a man's wealth needs protection from life's unexpected tragedies, sickness, accident, death. The cost of freedom. The people of Babylon paid taxes, a small sum, to maintain the strong walls, recognizing that a small, consistent expense was the price of security. Lesson. Security is paramount. Ensure you have walls around your life and your assets. This translates directly to insurance in the modern world. Health insurance, life insurance, and asset protection. Spend a small amount consistently to protect yourself from a catastrophic financial loss. Chapter 8. The Camel Trader of Babylon. Story. The main idea, debt. This chapter addresses the burden of debt through the story of Dabasir, a camel trader who falls into slavery due to reckless debt. The cure for debt. Dabasir escapes slavery and uses a simple, powerful plan, similar to the 7 cures, to pay off his debts. Allocate 10% of earnings to savings. Pay yourself first. Allocate 20% of earnings to living expenses. Allocate 70% of earnings to paying off debt. Note, these are proportional to one's total income. Lesson: a man in debt is a slave. To regain freedom, you must commit a consistent, significant portion of your income to debt repayment, while simultaneously saving, paying yourself, to begin building wealth. Practical takeaway: if you have debt, adopt the 70-20-10 rule, or similar proportions today. 10% savings, 20% debt payment, and 70% living expenses. The speed of debt repayment is your speed to financial freedom. Chapter 9. The Clay Tablets from Babylon. This chapter is a powerful reinforcing story of a man who inherits the financial wisdom documented on 5 clay tablets. It serves to verify that the lessons learned in ancient Babylon are indeed timeless and transferable. It stresses that discipline is the bridge between knowledge and wealth. Chapter 10. The Luckiest Man in Babylon. This final chapter solidifies the primary theme: work ethic and integrity. It tells the story of an industrious young man who, through sheer hard work, fairness, and consistent application of the Babylonian principles, is recognized and rewarded. Final key lesson: the greatest luck comes from a willingness to work diligently, save systematically, and learn consistently. Wealth is available to all who practice the simple, enduring principles. Pay yourself first, live within your means, invest wisely, and never stop learning. These truths built Babylon, and they will build your financial empire. The secrets of the richest man in Babylon are no longer secrets, but principles. The time for wishing is over. The time for action is now. Which of the 7 cures will you start with today?